historical. Even many scholars of the world, they accept some of the oldest book of knowledge in the world, Veda is one of the oldest. And this word Veda comes from the Sanskrit word Viddhatu. It means to know. From that comes knowledge. Knowledge means spiritual, also material. And this is called Apaurusha, coming from not the mundane plane, from higher plane. So this is Mahamunekriti, that means by the great sage Vyasdev, and they are free from the four defects, unlike conditioned soul. What are these four defects? Every conditioned soul. Prom means making mistake. Pramad, that means an illusion. Karana pata, senses are imperfect. And viprolipsa, that means they have the tendency to find truth, to speculate, think. So, when you have got these four defects, whatever you will do, you will have defects. Yes? But they don't have that. And this Veda is very difficult to understand. I understand that some big scholar in the West, like German, Max Muller, he did, but he is not, when you ask, he is not Brahminically qualified. So for him to penetrate and understand is difficult. He is just from scholar's point of view, finding dictionary word and many. Same thing, many scholars, they did this thing. So it is said that this Srimad Bhagavatam, since Veda is very difficult to understand, unless he is Brahminically qualified, at least, so Veda is, essence of Veda is given in Vedanta Sutra. In short, in Vedic aphorism, Atato Brahma Jigyasa. But then again, people are getting so degraded that at different ages, from Satyuga, Kiteja, Dhaya to Vishnu. I don't know whether any of you believe. Satyuga people used to live 100,000 years. Then they are getting degraded, they are qualified spiritually. They are degraded, then become living 100 to 10,000. Then next stage, it become 1,000. Now we have come to again 10, nearly over 100. Because people are more degraded, more sinful. So different ages to understand absolute truth, which others are also trying, intellectuals, professors, science and philosophers. That is called ascending process. That is, whatever capacity you have got, talent, skill, you try to find what is the source of everything, origin. And here, it is called descending process. Descending means given from higher authority, and you use it and find. Just like say, it was not, I don't know, it isn't with a radio telescope or what, you find the distance between different planets, radio telescope, or whatever. At that time, no radio telescope. But it's there, the distance between moon and distance between, say, Earth and the sun. According to Vedic literature, what you find, a scientist thing almost approximately the same, but it may be different unit. It is in, what do you call the unit? Yojan. It's like 8.5 kilometers or mile. You calculate, it come out at. Just like recently, not recently, some years back, NASA's camera, powerful camera, is seeing the bridge made under the Rameswaram to Ceylon. Is found to be, according to the calculation, the time it is old, he says it is done by some intelligent being, appears to be submerged under the water. Supposed to be same time as you calculate our ages in Treta Yuga of Satyatata Ramchandra did. And few examples I am giving. Yes, there could be many things, unlike you can tell. So this way, we find Vedic, Veda, what is this? what he said, they say these are all axiomatic truth. If somebody say, who said this thing? What is the authority? Where from? He said, this is Vedic injunction. He said, yes. So this way, this is called, one is called descending process, one is called ascending process. Where this so-called university college of Japan, this is called descending process, ascending process. And we see things here always changing. And even in archaeology or science, we find science, so far you know, according to Bhagavad Gita, the whatever you see here is composed of earth, basic elements are these things. Earth, water, fire, air, and ether. Kiti, of tej, manut, bone. But there are subtle things also there, like mind, intelligence, ego. And beyond that is the soul, which dimension is concerned. Give an idea. Say you take the tip of a hair, if you divide it 10, then divide again 10, again 10, again 10, then it's 10,000 parts. Is it 10? Part of a tip of a hair. Just to give an idea how subtle it is. And it is the spark within our soul. Now, as far as you see science, I think this is psychology is considered science. I think it's still debatable what you say, science. So even they don't know what is mind, how it is working. What to speak of other things, subtle, shall I say, antimatter, soul, much more subtle. So this deals with this. It starts with soul. So Krishna Bhagavad Gita is saying that every living entity is saying they have got consciousness. Symptom of the soul is consciousness. Say this tree. Previously I don't know what science is. Say they have got soul or right called. But one Indian scientist said there is some consciousness here. Sir Jagadish Bose. So we start with that. We find, according to Vedic literature, this thing is called this consciousness is almost zero. Like I say, shall I say, a man in coma, which is consciousness very low. It's called achhalita cheta. Now if you here also go, I don't know what science will say, I'll tell another thing, few things, it cannot still now. You go to here, there is one temple called Til Bhandishwar. If I see some stone is growing in size, how science will explain, I don't know. What is the explanation of science? Anyway, science student, it will may be difficult to tell why it is growing. Wherever the soul is there, and it is the symbol. So giving some example. If you go to some island in many things like that, if you go to an island in Fiji, I have seen, I asked many people, they said, yes, a snake, stone snake is there. You understand the image of a snake, the hood, basically the hood. I asked one boy, he says his mother saw it so little. Now it is growing, I saw it now, maybe, if not as far as this rod, at least it go beyond this, maybe the fan. The hood is so big. She is old now. It's growing and it has no permanent roof. It has got a temporary roof like either asbestos or tin shed. I went by now, maybe 3-4 times. I've gone. Every time I go to see and see how it is increasing. Within 4 years I saw that it is changed, the roof. So I don't know how science will explain. So this way, I'm giving an idea. So they say that the soul what is there, this is some of the symptoms there. And soul has got different stages, shall I say, or degree of consciousness. Say this is called, the tree can be called achaditas. Its consciousness is almost covered, almost nil. Say a big fire, shall I say, the sun say it is a big fire, and many sparks. The spark, the sun is nothing but composed of the spark, say. And this is very minute. Just like one molecule of water in a Pacific Ocean take out. Like that. We are like that, spark. The spark can suppose, falling in say water, are all gone. Yes? But energy is conserved. Yes? According to science. But you fall, another maybe in a, shall I say, green leaves, it will stay for some time. But if you fall on some dry leaf, dry straw, it may stay long. Huh? But if it is in the fire itself, there will be all the time fire. So if at least we want to know spiritual science, you have to at least require some qualification. Doesn't matter. Professor Zenar of Oxford came to see Prabhupada. He said, I also read Bhagavad Gita and translated Swamiji, but you are writing and I don't find in the dictionary the meaning of all these words. Where did you get it? All the answer. Now, before that also many did. Now I give some example. I was sitting there, Professor Zenar came. And he is a professor from Oxford, maybe Indology or same thing. Moscow University, his name is Professor Kotovsky, his Indology department head. He said, Swamiji, I read all these things. After all, Bhagavad Gita, they understand. After this body is destroyed, everything is finished. After reading Bhagavad Gita, he is saying that. As Bhagavad Gita is saying, we are eternal souls. These bodies are nothing just like dress, as you are sitting here, defined dress, like that. Now you have got inner dress, you have got maybe a coat. That inner one, that means gross one body, and there is a subtle body. Like this, these kids were sitting there, one day we were like that. And his body is changing, and medical science accepts it. Every moment our cells are changing. Dying, new cell coming, that means we are becoming new body. Even every 7 years may be complete change. So we are always changing body. So we don't accept Darwin's that theory is coming from monkey to ape man to human being. They say when it started, this thing, if you calculate, what is that? Galapagos Island or something, I forgot. He was testing there, he was doing experiment in South America, at the end of South America. They said, and many know this, now many scientists don't accept it. Because ape man is there, monkey is there, they are not transformed. Yes? Any transformation? But this is going on still. Yes? You are getting, now you have got a body, other body is gone, destroyed. So the question that really intelligent person will ask, when this body become old, is going to different stage, comes into being, the body. Then after some change, development, it will become bigger, a child. Huh? Then maybe bigger youth, and then maybe reproduce, bring another child. Then stay for some time, grow, and then start doing these stages are there. And suddenly it vanishes. So when this old body will vanish, naturally you will get another dress. The spark. How? This is very subtle science. They cannot. One who is the mode of passion is ignorant, symptomized by unlimited material desire, ultimately sensual desire, urges, and giddiness, too much, what do you say, coveting, covetous, what is it called, coveting something. I have got one car, I am thinking this is nothing, it is better car, then come to maybe, he is not satisfied coming up to maybe BMW or Audi, still he is not satisfied. And better a plane, he will never be satisfied. He cannot understand. He has to at least come to know the goodness, which means he has got control over his mind, he has control over his senses. This I ask some of them, they say, why it is natural, why shall we control? They ask this question. When I say it, they say, Maharaj, why will control natural thing? This is the difference between animal and us. That is one of our great saintly person, and his incarnation, Bishop they say, Nayam Deho Deho Bhajang. First lesson is another sign. Same thing. When some person, governor, maybe he has got different faith, and he asked his own men coming from Arab country. He said, why are you preaching all these things? And the Indian government from parliament, and that person also, he is of different faith. He said, why are you preaching all these things? He said, this is a pure knowledge. Now listen, I give you 5 minutes, governor said. Then the boy said, he is supposed to be one of the bodyguard of that Arafat. You know, Yasser Arafat?
Yes, yes.
We give him Bhagavad Gita. He said, I will read it. I will read it. So Yasser Arafat's bodyguard, we have to give him, security. Because he said any moment he can be assassinated very well. Now he just recently, I think he died. Now this boy, my age, a long time son, and we sent him different places to lecture. And he said, this is a book of knowledge. Why you think of sectarian way? This faith, that can be changed. But truth is always truth. There is science trying to find. So we are giving you a book of knowledge. Why you think it that way? Suppose nuclear physics you are studying. You can study in Calcutta University, Delhi University, NU, Nehru University or Bombay, this, that. But suppose you have got a deeper understanding if you go to Massachusetts, Berkeley, or Harvard, or Yale, or Princeton. Anything wrong? It remains silent. We are giving you some inner sight, deeper on the subject. What's wrong to learn? Why you are biased? You can't answer. And back and forward because you are biased. Same thing to a person in South Africa university. He said, this is all Hindu faith. This is nothing Hindu. Where it is written in Veda the word Hindu? Is there, just some people lives near the bank of the, Sindhu river, and some foreigners, especially Muslims, used to come, they can't pronounce Ha. They pronounce Ha as Shaw. Shaw as Ha, Sindhu. So from Sindhu, this bank, they say Hindu. Then it started. Nowhere in Vedic literature the word Hindu is there. They call and call them, just like place is called Bharat. The foreigner can change everything. India, because maybe it comes from the Greek language, this part. Where does India come? The Britishers. It must be from Greece, because they are all European civilization come, root is Greece. Yes?
Greek word.
Huh?
Greek.
Greek. So Prabhupada said, why you say Hindu religion, all these things? It's a book of knowledge. You are not this body. What is wrong in learning all these things? You don't have to take. You take only, it's up to you. This is the root thing. Unless you know the spirit, these kind of university school, because they don't give it, they keep them in darkness. So one person said, if you really want to know about these subtle things, after death what happens, what is your goal, meaning of life, is only one country can give, that is India. So when Prabhupada went to, seeing everybody is copying, before that we are not taking tea, the Britishers ruled here and started tea. Britishers went to Malaysia, and when there's sandalwood tree, they said, stop, cut this tree, you'll get more money. Also same thing, Mauritius. I'm not doing something against hatred to any country, but truth has to be told. And there, what he did it, they said, cut down and put, we require a lot of rubber for our car industry, put rubber tree. I used to go to collect money for our Bangladesh, preaching. So there 10, 20, 10, 12, there 1 ringgit equal to maybe India's 10 rupees. Bangladesh maybe 15 rupees or something. So it's good. I was asked by the higher authority, go there, make member and send it to Bangladesh. Helpful. And I was seeing this. What is telling that? Malaysia?
Rubber shoes.
Huh?
Rubber shoes.
I was going to make member, the manager of the rubber state. That's India has, British has started the tea state in Assam, Darjeeling, maybe South India, coffee, all this. Previously, Indian used to take milk. They gradually they give it first free. Same thing. India used to have Muslim, Dhakai Muslim. Dhaka. What they did is, find nowhere in the world. And Queen Victoria was giving a sari, which Aurangzeb's daughter used to wear like that. It can be put into a matchbox, though she is wearing 18 rounds around her waist. Still it is little semi-transparent. See how refined, how fine. And just done with the help of some just a good, important role of this thumb. So Britishers, what he did is, went there to run there so it doesn't, otherwise their Manchester cloth industry will suffer, they cut there. Nobody knows, this thing later came up. They searched it out. They did many things. You go to British Museum or in many other countries, I will mention their name, powerful. Their museum, you find so many first class art objects, painting, Victoria Museum, London, and all are there. How do you do? Just ask them, force them to write, giving us present, like Kohinoor, everything. And Veda and many, I saw a Mahabharata, what's like 18 volume, one rack complete. British Museum. I used to go to British Museum Library for research. Regularly. Get people in Chin. Long time, from our temple, for research work about all these things. So this way, this is another side. Prabhupada in Harvard, Yale, Massachusetts, sometimes go give lecture and told this thing, you are not giving this knowledge. Now, Indian students say, Maharaj, why you came here chanting Hare Krishna? India requires technology. Prabhupada said, it is okay, technology. After doing this thing, what will you do? You will get a job here or India, and India will job. But thereby you cannot, make India glorified in the world. India cannot give anything new. But if you give this thing, they will respect it. It requires thousands of Indians you can preach, because they know this is their culture, they can preach. Because from the childhood, it is in their blood. It's a culture, you can overnight learn. Others have got that. Now, if industry means, when industry comes means, there is a clicker house. You work hard and get what you require, maybe 4 times money. You clicker hard and go to somewhere, maybe for nothing, beating his wife, children for nothing, innocent. Because, drunk, don't mind. It's not necessary. So much, you digest meat. There's big slaughterhouse. It's not necessary. Even 10 commandments is there. So when Prabhupada was going in plane, one Padri, father, asked to Prabhupada, I want to have a talk with you. All these boys and girls, yours, not your country, our country's boys and girls, at this age, at the prime of the youth, they're supposed to be enjoying spirit. Why they're going to church, this thing. Never came to church, but is going to your church. Why? And Prabhupada said, difference is, I am giving purely what exactly written in Bhagavad Gita, and we are strictly following, giving up 4 sinful activities. This is Kali Yuga, this is very prominent everywhere. The moment you will get affluences come, material advances mean these things come. And one senator told Prabhupada once, Prabhupada told, to him he didn't tell, he just expressed this. If the way this Vedic culture spread, this seems like epidemic. It's like a, not arithmetic progression, arithmetic progression. 1 square, 2 square. It's not like that. 1 square, geometric progression. 1 square, 2 square, 4 square, 16 square. My God. So they will take over. The Prabhupada says, see the impact of Hare Krishna movement, this Vedic culture. So much. They say, if these things spread, then all our this cigarette industry, intoxicant, casino, it's huge money. I saw Australia, one officer at night coming from program, like 12 o'clock or 2:30, I said, this looks like a 1 block, whole building. It used to be some departmental store. Doesn't seem like whole night is open. It's this is like Las Vegas, the Australian government introduced like American government. It's all casinos. So much money. Nobody can get out with taking money. All government will get. Huge money. And go mad then, lose it. They say, with casino, then liquor house, slaughterhouse, all the intoxicant, and I don't want to say other literature, you know what literature I mean. some of the biggest industry of this world. In some country. It's huge money rolling. Always come to a stop, halt. Professor says, see the impact. Of course, we know that everybody won't. But at least some Indian can become the Messiah. India can become the first world country in the world. And people respect, he is giving something. But so one Indian, I went there, did so much. Within 10 years, you can think of, we require thousands, it has got demand. But people are so much enamored by this Western thing and blindly following all this thing. Very difficult. But still, some will come. We have our best. But if they see Indian educated, that people respect. Yeah. So the first page I saw, the front page, top paper in Western country, either London or New York, all this thing, that their American president come, they can best, respect, they can show him highest. Is it the flag? The Queen, England. And where a saintly person from India coming to preach simply Hare Krishna chanting, and these boys look bright faces, pay dandavat on the walkway. Instead of pavement, they call walkway in America. Those who have gone in. Showing respect. This is India can do to the world. India can give something. Otherwise, our people give this technology, give that. Don't mind. Minister bringing investment. And what happened in Bhopal? So many people died. Some poisonous gas came out and blaming why India wanted. This is not our fault. And what is that? A Calcutta big office, just closed down. They cannot pay so much money. They became bankrupt, that company. A big company, I forgot its name, American. I saw Newsweek or Time magazine. They're blaming India. Why? You want investment, we get. Not our fault. So many guys went blind. Blind, complete, cannot be cured. And they have to give remuneration according to code. And what is the name? Carbon.
Union Carbide.
Huh? Union Carbide. Union Carbide. Big company in America. Bhopal. Okay. You want to become like America. You cannot be. You are Indian. Suppose you are peacock. You want to become cowboy. You neither become cowboy. Become more. Again, what you are, you show something. You show to the world. Yes, the people will respect. Many parents came to Prabhupada, highly appreciate, you see how you change my son. They become the father has car, they don't like this rat race, fast life. They go to Japan almost like robot, I think. And so many committing suicide. They cannot, cope with the rat race. So much fierce competition in life. India maybe it is coming. I remember one management student, they get more than engineering student. Yes, we find that management now will become corporate. And CEO, Chief Executive Officer. Some ladies, one boy said, Maharaj, me and my mother, my dependent. My mother is my only dependent. And 25 years he is getting 35,000 rupees. Maybe now more. He said, I have to work in the office from morning 8 to night 8. I don't know, India government allowed this thing. I don't know. Yeah. So I have to prepare for that and for transport. So I have hardly any time, simply some or other sleep little and eat little and run. What is this? I think I am becoming lower than an ass. I give up. That is why I call material civilization making us bigger ass. Don't mind. But you will eat same amount of food. Maybe 4-6 roti ho, थोड़ा मक्खन, थोड़ा दही, इसलिए इतना परेशान क्या आप कौन खाएगा रे? बताओ. Why you are working, making them right? Time is coming to work more hard. Who will enjoy this thing? What is the use of working? Becoming ass, that is why. The Bishop they say, Nayam deho deho bhajan leke. You are No, young Deha. This body, you are not this body. My dear son, he has got 100 sons. Bharat, eldest. Constant come and Birvujan. There's hawks, dogs, whole night roaming around. Where is food? Where he will sleep? Where he will have sensual pleasure or she hug? And where he will, how to protect himself. We are doing the same thing, but you are having the higher intelligence, you have some prerogative. You can think of the intelligence. I don't want to die. Please, scientists, tell me how to please solve my problem. He will put it aside. I don't want to become an old man. Huh? Please solve this problem. Huh? I don't want to be in the womb of my mom 10 months, 10 days. Is it? Roughly. Now he's cutting before the operation. After 2-3 times they can't do. When naturally was better. Now so-called advancement, I have got so much money, car, and mother is killing the baby. Isn't it yes or no? One part of India, I don't mention name. Highest in whole India. Altogether, crore every year. Why? His baby is going to be woman, female, kill. I don't know whether the government making any law. No. Illegal or legalized? Abortion? This is advancement. So you say, I am so happy, you made my son so nice, he doesn't see this, that, such nice. And that Padri Bhuva said, we strictly follow Bhagavad. Are you following the basic instruction of Bible? What is that? The first instruction of Bible, thou shalt not kill. It kills, thou shalt not kill means it applies to all living things. And they change it to language, thou shalt not murder. That means implies human being. Understand? Otherwise they lose client, people are getting degraded. How to save the client? Otherwise they have no role to play. Getting degraded. There's so much now in country, that country, so much child abuse. So many things. They stop all this monastery, this, that, many places. Now I was in England one time, the program is there, one Englishman telling me, I said, this house, church nearby, what is this? He said, this is, government says, you can't be a monk, you just become a priest, pass BDS, Bachelor of Divine
Studies.
Something like that. He said, he has to do the course, government says, I will give you money, I don't trust your purity. You get married, and you have got children, you get have everything like job. You get holiday, he has gone in holiday, see, he has got a car, a garage, everything is there. Why shall I go to hear from him? What is the difference between him and me? Tell me. Then Englishman telling, I want to talk to you. You came from India. You ask, okay, you are all right. India came. He's telling you. So we have got a great role to play. And these people can see past, present, future. These scientists can see. They can tell. Just like now, they're in tell, I heard, now either Atlantic or Pacific Ocean, just like a big island with all plastic things they are throwing, like if you guys, they don't know what to do, is floating in Pacific Ocean. Huge, they are rubbish there. Also, radioactive substance in nuclear reactors. In many countries, they are not telling where they're throwing. Deep sea, in packet they're throwing. What will be the reaction later on in future? So we are caught, we are going to be caught in our own net, shall we say? We don't know how to get out of it. In India, what you used to have, our old sages told with gobar and all these things, natural, fertilizer. We started other fertilizer, chemical, and the result of it what is in some country, I don't know in India, there are so many high percentage of ladies got cancer, breast cancer. They don't feed, they want to remain good. And many don't want to take care of children, so they don't have children. And they have also many other things. I'm telling the side of this little of the issue that they are having live together to solve many problems. Many countries like that. They don't want children. Why? They to bring it up a big problem and costing so much. And all these things, you take one coin, it will have another side also. The moment you take from other country, many of our saintly persons say, you will have other, there the bad side will also come. I saw one person in Calcutta. He lived in one posh area. And But he has son, daughter, everything. They are all married. Many gone to foreign country. Some part of India I know. They so many in foreign country I see them. Once a year they come, they put a house, that's all. Stay there, that sort of life. But all those problems are coming. They're living, their problem is coming. He wrote a tweet, he committed suicide, jumping from 10-story building, writing, my son is there, my wife maybe died, I don't know. And others said that my grandson, they have all gone to foreign countries. I am alone. It's a nice house, nice furniture, everything. I feel very lonely. This or other countries' problem. Old man's home, old man's home. Previously used to be with the grandchildren, and those things are all changing now in India also. Now live together already been introduced by some lady, you know who he is. They live together. And many are attracted by that to solve many problems, other social problems, we know what. But our sages, what you say, if you follow a section of people and also give others, some will accept. It is not a vox populi, I mean, wholesale everybody won't become. But India can contribute something, and India will be glorified. That is what Prabhupada said. And there is mentioned, Shok Huna. Okay? Shok Huna Pulinda Puskasa Andhra. Khashai. Khashai means China. I went recently to China. Beijing. Of course, inside, not that many I went because it was a little underground teaching, some problem. That we did the same, some other countries. I will mention now it is millions, thousands. I was in a festival in Ukraine and Black Sea, one in Russia, and there's a big festival. 6,000 devotees, young boys, girls, chanting with us, listening, chanting Hare Krishna. 8,000. So this is what is prayed. This will happen. May not be as standard as India is, but at least India is doing it. India can contribute something. Especially the Indian educated go. Everybody may not be successful like Prabhupada, but at least some. At least even if you enjoy with this society. So here is man, Prabhupada asked him, he came educated and scientist from America, you go preach. You could do scientific work. If one scientist you make, if favorable to us, is as good as making 1,000 common people attracted to Krishna consciousness. Because people value when a scientist says something. Like Professor Towns, Professor George Ward, and Maharaj, he is affectionate. He treated me, and she used to ask me, Subhag, come here. I used to go with him. I see Professor Towns and all, Ernest from Basel University. I talked to him. Some of the, what is called, they give seminar, many BI, Dr. Institute. And he brought many Nobel laureates, different fields for peace. Dalai Lama, this time I'm supposed to go to Dharamsala. I said, call Dalai Lama, I will go. I happen to be some other country and for some heart test and brain. So I couldn't go make it. I told, bring Dalai Lama, I will go. Then Dalai Lama came. And many Western, from the West came. Though, of course, as tourists they came very out of interest. They liked it very much. Nearly 40 or something Westerners were there in Dharamsala. Like that, he at least set up some example, though he couldn't complete, but he did quite a few in World Conference of Scientists on synthesis of science and this spirituality. Instead of saying religion, use the word spirituality. Use the word instead of atom, he's saying spiriton. So he says spirit, instead of saying spirit, he coined it to spiriton, so to attract. And they liked it. I saw Professor Towns who bring out, I think, laser beam or something. And I was there. And Professor Towns, very nice person. Very humble also. He said, even in science you have to have some faith. And the books, he published everything. Now his followers are trying to carry on this. So I thank you very much. We can go on speaking. It is now 10 to 7, we can have a little discussion. But I am repeating what he says and Prabhupada said. Just to, if you are interested. And I know, come. Once there was nothing, nobody, so difficult to preach. Prabhupada just went to Indology department in Moscow with the help of Kotosky, gave lecture and make one bhakta. And from a seed, just like a banyan tree, and a fruit. In the banyan tree, one fruit may have many seeds. And one seed is minute. A huge banyan tree comes out, and he has millions of fruits. So millions of seeds, each of the decade, like that now, just thousands and thousands. Russia, communist country, I go in Latvia, I think, Estonia, and European others, Switzerland, Italy, Spain, France, Germany. Go see some. But some places make it because of too much influence. But communist country is coming up, flourishing like anything like India. They're a little humble, not high nose. Take Indian thing. Learn from them. And then so many could be in future, please. Simply just after finish, I get a job, get a nice car, nice home, nice wife, children, but finish after that nothing. What is that? What is the difference between law? That is a Rishabh they say. Don't live like that. Nidra, Har, Nidra, Maithun, Atpuraka, some bank balance. Tapodibam, do little tapasya. They voluntarily accept some inconvenience for higher realization. Tapodibam kuttava. Jena sutte to sabda. So that your existence is pure. You come to the mode of higher level of consciousness, the mode of goodness. That is the beginning of spiritual life. You can understand, I am not this body, I am spirit, which Krishna is telling about. As I said, Dhiras tatra namuyati. Common people are adhira, disturbed in mind. Any object of sense attack, at once he is disturbed. But one who is a dhira, control his senses, he is not disturbed. He can see the soul. Then this is the beginning of spiritual life. That's why our saintly person used to say, unless you have become Brahmanically qualified, you cannot touch Veda. That means you won't understand. So what Max Muller will understand? I asked Prabhupada, Max Muller, did he cultivate spiritual side? He was in a mode of goodness? He must be eating meat, so many things, German. I suppose it's German. He went to Oxford or somewhere. Translated. Most probably Vivekananda told him. Please translate. These all dictionary. Same thing Professor Zen. Same our big scholars. They interpreting. Top scholar, famous, so-called, so I say, Eastern philosopher. He is writing, when Krishna said, Manmana Bhava, according to Madhacharya, Jamunacharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all are big, liberated our philosopher and saying, they are saying there is no difference, spiritual body and a mind, all these things. He is saying, when Krishna is saying, think of me, it is not person Krishna, it is something within, deep within, inner, some being. But why you make all these things? Speculate. So in his later life, whatever may be in a top position in administration or most respected, top position, he has become like a, shall I say, like a doll. He cannot express a lot of money, taking care, his relation, daughter, this, that. He cannot express, I am hungry, I want to sleep. Oh, man. Mad means he is, shall I say, mentally deranged. This is the condition. Why you interpret what God is saying, Krishna is saying? Tell direct. Why you, and many others, is saying, this Kurukshetra is still there. Manju, abhi tak virajaman hai. Because Kurukshetra, this body is Kurukshetra. And Pancha Pandava means 5 senses. Where do you get all these things? Screw out something. That's why nobody appreciates. But Krishna says ultimately become his devotee. Not a single become a devotee. And when Prabhupada gave the direct meaning, one French Sorbonne University Indology department said, this is one person I see from India who gave direct meaning. Like that. So here, so the world they are highly appreciating. In many university colleges, they put Prabhupada's book as textbook in the Bhagavad Gita. And Srimad Bhagavatam is supposed to be essence. Political people are very degraded. Nobody cultivates brahmacharya. All gone, all these things. They previously, Veda is called Shruti. They once hear from the Guru, they can remember. Now where is that? No encouragement to maintain brahmacharya life. It's different. So they can't remember. As they knew, they put it in words. The Srimad Bhagavatam, in form of Puranic historical story. Throughout the world, in different planets put together. It may not be in chronological order. That is Srimad Bhagavatam, essence. So they are giving purport. So this is very dear to the Vaishnava and philosophy. So this idea, this prediction is there. That Bhagava Visharga Janata Viplava. Viplava means bring a revolution in the history. This is a revolution. Yes? So when taking, everybody could ever think, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted this, the Bharat Bhumite Manusya, those are born in India. Janam Satvik telling human being, not others. Those are two-legged like animal. Only in the mode of passion and ignorance. That is 85%, 90%. Maybe more. Maybe 2% Jnani, mode of goodness. They don't think after death what? That is after death the future is dark. I won't tell what they become. Don't want to say it. They'll get angry or something. At least material nature. Prakritikya Vani. Nature is working. Then you say, I won't become hog. No, you have to. Too much girlfriend, boyfriend, is almost like a prostitute. Huh? Okay? You have unlimited sensual pleasure. Become monkey, become pigeon, become dove. They are very sexually strong. There are many people there. Encouraging material civilization now at present, don't mind. The goal seems like to be sense gratification is the be all and end all. Yes? Yes? Everybody is after it. So what will be their future is very, their future, I would say perilous. It's gone. He said, Andhang tama bhavishyat. That means more mode of ignorance means tree. There's tree, they are living long. In America, in San Francisco, out of city, there's some tree, maybe more than 10,000 years old. They're standing where there's snow. You cannot move it. 1 inch, 1 centimeter, millimeter, cannot move. Snow, heavy. Chicago, maybe if not 10 feet, 5 feet high, and they have to move. It's salt and all these things. And then very hot sometimes. Extreme weather. Now you live long, you want to live, but in a mode of ignorance. But you are a human being. This Prahlad Maharaj said, Labdha Sudulabha, this human birth is out of all 8,400,000 species, is rarest of the rare opportunity. And it is uncertain how long you live. Why don't you make best use of time by chanting simply, just dovetail with Krishna Gadi? Is it anything difficult? Morning, evening, little chant God's name, Hare Krishna? Take food in the mode of goodness. You live long. You are not saying everybody has to put a tilak like me, change dress, nothing. This is your culture. Our great saintly person say, and this you can contribute as the representative. Only Indian can. Even foreigners are doing it. If they can do this shape for us, don't do. Yes? Some also say, you are doing this is our culture. What is the use of telling me do something about it before it becomes too late? Hare Krishna. Maybe 1 hour. You don't mind. I have doctor has